Hey guys, welcome to another night of live writing. So let's see, we're going to try to see how many words we can get on the page today because every single writing session is totally different. It has been crazy writing season. Gotta say, every single one is different. All right. So, what do you guys have going on so far? Let me know how your writing has been. What have you been focusing on for writing? Is it different this year? Is it the same as always? I find a lot of people have been putting less pressure on themselves, and I love that for them so much. We also do have 2 drinks tonight, water and hot chocolate, because we can. That's what the best nights are made of. I was thinking about making coffee, but I decided against it. I don't know why. All right. So, and I've got my bag of prompts that we can do tonight as well. I don't know if anybody's been needing prompts. I feel like this year everybody kind of has a more clear idea of where they're going with their story. Either that or people just have plans, which I don't know if I can trust that or not because I feel like people don't plan as often as they say that they do. No. Crazy. I look at that updated photo. Gorgeous. There we are. I have 2 lives going now. My brain is overloading, but the other is wrapping up. Yeah. I mean, right? And that's one thing I think is going on too. I think everybody has multiple things going on at the same time, right? Nobody just has like the one focus. It just, all of us have multiple things going on. And you know what? Okay, so there was also that study that came out about the fact that like nobody reads books anymore, and then everybody freaked out because it's too general a statement. That's not really what it was about. But they were saying that like nobody reads full books anymore because a lot of students and everything, they only read excerpts of books as opposed to reading the whole thing, or they read the summaries. They're not reading the whole work, which I have to say, obviously, obviously as somebody who already loves reading and is an editor, I read the whole thing, right? But I think part of it is just like how all of us have multiple jobs essentially, right? Like, so kind of the same thing with reading. I feel like if it doesn't catch somebody immediately, then they real quickly just move on to the next, especially because there's so many options nowadays. And I think that that's also something that's really different about how books used to be versus how they are now, because we have such a plethora of books available at all times, and there are new books being published every single day, that we don't have to just have, a library of 5 to 10 books and be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to read every single word out of these and just take it for everything it's got. As opposed to now, I mean, I feel like no matter how many bookcases I have, it's never enough, right? So we can move from book to book a lot faster. And so, okay, so even especially as somebody who deals with, giving feedback to authors and stuff like that, I think one of the best ways to help readers keep reading your book and make it all the way through it is to keep the sections manageable. I want to say like it's difficult because the attention spans are so much shorter nowadays. So instead of having long blocks of text, and I believe a TikToker even pointed this out, they like turned open to a page and like the whole page was one block of text. And they're like, I'm not even going to read it. They just move on to the next one. But I think part of it is having those breaks built into the work so that it gives the reader like a mental breath, if that makes sense. Sorry, thumbs up. So that like instead of getting that one wall of text, you just kind of get a little bit of a mental break to breathe as they're going through the sections. So the size of paragraphs are a really big thing. And I mean, like, I'm also a big fan of short chapters. And I know that's like a personal preference, right? But I do love a good short chapter because it keeps the pacing up. As long as the pacing's good, I think people will read more complete works as opposed to just those chunks. I don't know. But it's one of those things where, I don't know. I think it's also difficult. There's just so many things. I don't know if everybody knows where to put a paragraph break. I think these are some of the things that, the skills just aren't being given in schools. And so like nobody knows where to put the paragraph break, but essentially I think you can toss one in there if you need to, just to give your reader a mental break. And then that way they'll make it through the whole thing. There's a plan. I don't know. But yeah, shorter chapters especially are always helpful to keep readers going, just for pacing purposes. And especially because, you know, chapters should have those purposes, and that they should kind of build onto the next and kind of roll your reader into the next chapter. Shorter chapters, I think the pacing just works so beautifully to keep your reader turning pages. It's a good thing. It is a very good thing. All right, we're going full Martha Stewart here. So let's see. Gina Denny says paragraph breaks are based on vibes. You know, they kind of are. They kind of are. So, and if you guys haven't figured out, there is a delay between the time that I'm here and when you guys get it, because you guys get it like 30 seconds later. So it takes a minute for me to see the next one pop up. And when a new character starts talking, yes, absolutely. When a new character starts talking, that's one of the most basic times to start a new paragraph. You know, usually we say, okay, you know, paragraphs are supposed to start a new one when we have a new idea or a new concept that's being introduced. However, I think the most difficult part is, especially in school, when all of us are kind of introduced to writing, we're not introduced to creative writing in schools very often. We're introduced to the essay. Everybody goes with the essay, which means that there is one topic that you are talking about, and you know, you break it down based on your argument for that essay. We're not given as much instruction when it comes to creative writing, and I think half the reason is just because teachers don't have the time or the mental bandwidth to be able to grade all that mess. I think that that's a big portion of it, because I can only imagine how difficult that must be. So yeah, the paragraph break, it can definitely be done on vibes. I'm not going to argue that at all. I think it can totally be done on vibes. But it especially, I mean, no matter what, I don't think that there's a really, especially an ongoing valid reason to have a page and a half of just one solid paragraph. Like there is no way that somebody is just covering that much, that hardcore, because no matter what, even within one subject, you're going to have subcategories. So yeah, please break up the paragraphs. Keep your readers reading. Keep them moving from one to the other. Definitely have multiple paragraphs when you're going through there. All right, you guys, y'all want to get into a sprint? All right, so just in case anybody needs a prompt, like I said, not many people have been needing them. We're going to pull it out anyway. Crazy bag of tricks. Let's pull something out of here. All right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. So this is again, I'm going to tell you what it says in case you are visually impaired. So it is someone's post on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. His name is John Moynes, Moynes. And he says, Rage Against the Machine never specified what type of machine they were furious with, but I reckon it was probably a printer. I think we all understand that frustration. There's a small profile picture of him. He is a man, I would probably say in his mid to late 30s. He's wearing glasses. He has a full beard, and he does have long hair. So that is, if you need a prompt for tonight, which way it goes. Okay, there we go. That is the prompt that we have. Now you can use anything from this. You can use the name John. You can use the @ symbol. You can use profile picture. You can use dude with glasses, beard, whatever. Rage would always work. Rage Against the Machine as a band, or printers. I mean, anything, just being furious. The word reckon. People don't usually use the word reckon anymore, and that is coming from somebody who lives in Texas. So why is it that word is going away? I don't know. That's a side project, I guess, there. What happened to the word reckon? All right, so we're going to put 25 minutes on the clock. All right, I'm using my Forest app, right? 25 minutes on the clock. Pull up your document. Pull up your document. How many of y'all don't already have your document pulled up? Pulled up the document. Let's get it ready. All right, get everything prepared, because we are going to get into it here. as I say, as I need to pull up my document too. Don't worry, we're all human. All right. Here we you do this time. There you go. All right, 25 minutes on the clock, you guys. Get ready, set, and go. One more minute. All right, that's time. All right, how did it go? How many words did you get? How did that session feel? Let me know. I want to know. I love all the feedback. I love knowing like how the writing session went for you. And what was your goal for that writing session? Did you go in with a word count goal or like wanting to finish a certain scene? Were you going for, building a character? Was there like a topic you were trying to go for? Or were you just trying to get words? See, I love knowing the answer to that. Different goals. And then trying to meet those goals. I do love that. Ooh, very nice. Chrissy, 478 words. Score. Love that. And you were just trying to get words. See, and sometimes you do. Although, okay, does anybody else do the thing where you try to get extra words and so you use more words than you could have used, right? Like you could have been more succinct, but you decided to use something wordier just so you could get the extra word count. Are you doing that? Or are you just sticking to the regular way of writing? Because some people try to be tricky like that. There was one year we were at an in-person write-in and somebody had a set of like almost like a script, but it was like this cut and paste verbiage that they were putting into the manuscript every time they weren't quite sure what to write there. And it was like 30 words long of like instructions of what to do when they got to that part when they were editing. It was hilarious. But every time we ended a word sprint, they had like 1,500 words. And I just laughed so hard because I was like, there is like, it's like not even humanly possible. And like, there was no possibility of using speech to text because we were all sitting in the same room. So I know that they weren't using speech to text, but yeah, it was like 1,500 words in 20 minutes. I was like, that's not even possible, but like, good try. But they were telling themselves to fill in the blank. I'm not doing that, but I do know that I am too wordy. I just didn't want to fix it during the sprint and lose momentum. Yeah. So, and I mean, that's the whole point about getting into the sprint thing too, right? Is that you're not supposed to worry about editing. You're not supposed to worry so much about where the words are, right? Just get that down. And again, I think everybody also forgets that whatever you're writing now is like, it's a zero draft. Danielle came in a little late, but got a purple pages. I love that amazingly. I love that so much. Obviously, that's not what you intended to write, but I think it's fun. So I said keep it. Okay, so I'm going to assume, Danielle, also that person, turquoise, writing, and headphones was your prompt for that one. You got a couple of pages. That's good. See, I knew it wasn't purple, but did you get a couple purple pages? Because, I mean, I think that could work very well. And I think that would print out lovely right? You could kind of do it almost like Elwood's resume, right? Because she had pink paper and then they were scented. So, you know, when you print this out, just make sure it's on like lavender paper and perfect. You're done. Absolutely. Yeah. Editing was the prompt. Ah, yes, yes. Gotta love the editing. Yeah, I'm editing a project tonight as well. Hockey romance. This is a fun one from a client. Ran into a line that I just absolutely love. You know, some of those lines just hit you so well. I love when I find my writers with awesome lines. So, y'all, there's something I love about banter. Absolutely love banter. If a book has banter, I am sucked in. I am there. I want to hear the back and forth. Like, I love it so much. There are, like, tell me what book you know of that has amazing banter in it. Because I know that Butcher and Blackbird has pretty decent banter. I have to say, though, that book is so much better in audio because the narrators were in the same room when they were recording. It wasn't recorded separately. So they actually like played off of each other. And then the guy has the accent and everything. Oh, so good. So good. Hopeless by Elise Silver. Woo, okay, there's a book rec. There's a book rec. All right, not me Googling this book on the side. As you see, like the color change and in the reflection on my glasses. It's fine. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, all right, Chrissy, my book. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then Daniel, yes, and Leather and Lark, yes. So leather. That's like it's just a tongue twister in itself. Leather and Lark, and then I believe it's actually supposed to be a trilogy. Don't quote me on that. I believe it is yes, 2 of 3. The Ruinous Love Trilogy. The third one, Scythe and Sparrow. Oh my goodness. Is there really a scythe? There is really a scythe on that one. Faking it till I make it with confidence. That's right. Sometimes that's the most we can do. Yes, and it comes out early next year. See, okay, so here's the problem with the word scythe is that if I hear scythe, and it's literally on my desk, y'all. Literally on my desk. This is what I think of. This is immediately what I think of. And don't get me wrong, I love this book with a passion. Like, I have annotated this thing and taken it apart multiple times. One of my favorites. But yeah, if I hear scythe, I'm going to think of Neil Shusterman. I'm not going to think of a bantery romance. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, though, I mean, she's getting pretty solid reviews on these as well, which is good. Which is good. They're keeping up. They're keeping up. Okay, am I the only person who goes for reviews? Like, is everybody picky about that? Does everybody check the feedback between that? I mean, I'm just making sure. I don't know. Sometimes I can trust reviews. Sometimes I can't. Let's see, Chrissy. Oh, I love Neil Shusterman. Yes. You haven't read this one? Oh, my words. Oh, you are in for a treat. You're in for a treat. And I actually, okay, I tell you what, hold on, because I think he's writing a prequel, which I'm not a fan of prequels, y'all. I'm not a fan of prequels. And that's what we've got, supposedly, that I saw being posted. Danielle, nope, sure don't. I don't even read blurbs. You know what? Neither do I. I don't read blurbs. I just go in cold turkey. Yeah, not even a little bit. I will read a book because honestly, cover art and what people like the feedback that I hear other people having. Yeah, so Chrissy, you are in for a treat for Scythe as a trilogy. It is amazing. It is dystopian, much like Unwind. Unwind was stunning. Oh my goodness, that series, stunning. If you want, how to explain that? So if you want kind of a lighter version of Unwind and don't want to go wholeheartedly into, kids being parted out, or, chopped up for parts while they're still technically alive, you can go less crazy with that with Katsu Ichiguro's what's the title of it? Oh my goodness, my friend Maria made me read it. Never Let Me Go. That's what that is. Never Let Me Go. It is less intense than Unwind, but Unwind is such an amazing series. But yeah, it's essentially kids between like 14 and 17, 18 can be unwound part it out, okay? Part it out. Like while they're still technically alive and awake, they can be disassembled. They can be disassembled and used for parts. Yeah, so keep it together. Although one of the kids was given to be unwound because he was a tithe. He was considered a pavement. It is really, really weird as a series, but it was amazingly well written and just a stunning plot that I've never seen carried out that way. So yes, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. So yeah, Chrissy, if you've never heard of Never Let Me Go, it is less intense. You're less likely to ugly cry, but it's still very poignant in the plot line of that. Yeah. Yes, 100% of the body is still alive. And we have to keep the quotation marks there, don't we? That's right. That's right. And I can never trust anybody with a shark tattoo on their arm. So that's where we're at. Totally ugly cried while reading that book. Not going to lie. And I read it with teenagers. That's fun. It's always good to cry in front of teenagers. That's the perfect time. So, all right, let's try to get 10 more minutes in. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. We got this, you guys. All right, let's do 10-minute sprint. So this is like an actual, like legit sprint. You've got 10 minutes to get all the words, right? And you can see exactly how our world could get to the world of unwind. It's amazing. He's a genius. Yes, totally agree. However, do not read the book dry ever. Don't ever read that one. The timeline is completely off. And as somebody who lives in a place where we have storm supplies, absolutely not. The world will not end in 6 days. I can promise you that. Although I'm pretty sure his son wrote it, so we're still safe with Neil. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so we've got 10 minutes on the clock. All right, get ready. Get your document pulled up. Here we go. Here we go. Go. 2 minutes. Time. Just finish this paragraph. That's kind of how you know that a sprint goes well, is when you're sitting there going, I just want to finish this. It's okay. I understand. That's a good sprint. That means you should probably finish the line that you're working on. It's a good problem to have, right? And we have so few of those nowadays, right? Good problems. Is that just me? That was you on Sunday, Danielle. That's a good thing, right? Like you have plans. You're like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta leave. But you're like, oh, but this is going so well. I just want to finish. That's a good thing. I'm telling you. That line from Martha Stewart makes such a comeback sometimes. And maybe it's this time of year. I don't know. Maybe you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. Sweet. Chrissy, 229 words. Not bad. About half of what I did last time with less than half the time. See? That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Danielle, I finished my monthly goal Sunday. Yes. That is amazing. I am so excited for you. That is so good. Congratulations. That's quick. You need to make some better goals. You need to boost up those rookie numbers, girl. Good Lord, you finished it on the 10th? Your monthly goal, you finished on the 10th of the month? Oh my words. There be some rookie numbers. You gotta boost those things a bit. You finished a month-long goal in 10 days. Somebody underestimated themselves. That's kind of what it comes down to. Oh my goodness. I tell you what though, if you've never done like a massive amount of sprinting all at once, may I suggest 10K in a day? I mean, good Lord, it's an intense goal, but if you've never tried 10K in a day, I fully suggest it. I totally push this on people all the time. Go ahead, try it. 10,000 words one day. You can do it. You can do it, especially if you use like speech to text or something like that. But literally, there is a group on Facebook called Write 10K in a Day Challenge Group. Okay, so I know, right? The initial is ew. However, hear me out. Hear me out. You can earn stickers. I'm not even kidding. Something as ridiculous as a sticker. Not kidding. Yes, see, Chrissy, joined them. Yes, beautiful. Y'all, you should see how adorable the stickers are this month. Okay, so every month they do a Write 10K in a day, and then they also do Write 50K in a month. Every single month they have these things available. So the 10K one is like a little pumpkin pie and a pumpkin and some leaves. And then the 50K, it is a mug with what looks like pumpkin spice latte and cloves and cinnamon sticks. So cute. So cute. I'm so excited. Chrissy, they're stopping them in the new year. Don't you dare. Oh my God. That's so wrong. I'm going to have to message her. Be like, you better not get rid of the stickers. Oh, y'all, I have collected some of these stickers before, and it's totally possible. You can hunker down, you can do it. Because I even thought one year, I was like, what if I did nano in like 5 days? Just once a week. Did 10K. I tell you what, though, my fingers were sore. The pads of my fingers were tender because I'm a click clacker, right? Does anybody else do that? Or does everybody just do this now? I think it's just old people like me, because we were taught that, y'all, we had keyboarding class. And so, yeah, I'm old, all right? I use a lot of wrinkle cream and sunscreen. It's fine. But we're taught to kind of slam on the keys, much like a piano. They don't teach keyboarding anymore. It's like, oh, Meg, nobody teaches that. Oh, Chrissy, you might try that this weekend, or maybe one of the days Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a great option to try out. Just try it, just for the fun of it. See how you do. So I've got a couple of videos back on my YouTube about attempting 10K in a day. And pretty much I just said it where, every hour I did 1,000 words. And as soon as I got to 1,000 words, I could take a break for the rest of the hour. And then when the new hour started, I would just start typing again. It can be a lot of fun, but yeah, you got to take a day. It's going to take a whole day. So like hunker down, get your snacks, meal prep, and get going. But yeah, I even thought about it. I was like, you know what? November, I think even had 5 weekends. And I was like, I could do 10K every weekend and just do it like that. Why not? Chrissy, I don't think I've done 10K in a day, but I know I've done more than 5K in a day. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And of course, like anytime you're looking for people to write with or people to go with and everything, like there's so many writers here on YouTube, and I love seeing the writing community here. Kate Kavanaugh does a lot of different videos. She's from Texas as well. And she even has like a Twitch stream and all these kinds of things. But I mean, she does, and she's really good about goal setting too for writing. Like she does quarterly challenges. I think she's doing like 100K in Q4. I think that's what she's calling. So in the fourth quarter of the year, she wants to do 100K, which is really cool. And then also it's more manageable because it's not 50K all in 30 days. You actually take a couple of months to get all that in. I love seeing how everybody manages this. Oh, so much fun. All right, you guys, so that is it for tonight. That's all that we've got. I hope you guys had a blast. I had a lot of fun being here with y'all. And of course, I will be here again next week on Tuesday as well. Same time, same bat channel. Again, I'm really old, so sorry about that. But I will see y'all next Tuesday at the same time so we can get some words in together. I hope y'all have an amazing week, and I will see y'all later. Bye, you guys.